guys, welcome back to another episode of Roundtable Talks. Today I have a very special guest, a Cincinnati native, former NFL linebacker, Rocky Boiman. Welcome to the show, and welcome to the Mark Williams Auto Group family in Queen City, Ford.
Chloe, I'm so excited to be with the Mark Williams Auto Group. So excited to talk to you today, and let's get it going, man. This will be fun.
My most exciting guest, so very exciting. So you grew up on the west side in Cincinnati. Tell me what that experience was like for you.
Yeah, I grew up on the west side my whole life, and as you know, Cincinnati's kind of split up east and west side, and there's a lot of pride for whatever side of the town that you live in, and the west side is just a great area. I think it's a little more blue collar area, just kind of lots of normal people. You know, lots of folks that are, you know, firefighters, police officers, you know, just good-hearted people that love sports. They love, you know, their kids. They're involved in their kids' activities. So it's a great place. So, yeah, I grew up there, and when I got done playing, moved back here, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else but the west side.
Totally agree with you. Love Cincinnati. I was an alum of the GGCL, so I know you're a St. X alum.
Yes.
So you get to experience that east-west side, I think, more than a lot of, you know, high schools and things like that, which is nice to get in, meet new people, some people you never would have met before.
Right.
So I love that. You're a former NFL linebacker. Why don't you walk us through that journey? Yeah,
it was great. I mean, it seems like a long time ago, but it's something I set my sights on doing. I had some talent at football at a young age, and I had great parents that really pushed me and got me in the right direction. And
not to interrupt, were your parents like, you got to practice, or they kind of let you do your own thing, practice, get out there, like build your own discipline? How was that?
Yeah, they pushed me, but I wanted it. You know what I mean? It's different than a parent pushing a kid into something they don't want to do or don't have any talent in. I had some talent at it, and I love doing it. But in life, I think you need people on days where maybe you don't want to do it. You need someone saying, hey, you got to get on. And that's for football, that's for selling cars, that's for anything, any business. You got to get out there. Sometimes you need a little motivation from the outside. And again, that's why it was such a blessing to have the parents that I did and the community that I lived in that really helped my dream come true.
Awesome, I love that. And then I was looking at your stats a little bit. I saw you did score an NFL touchdown.
I did, man. How about that?
So that's a pretty cool.
Yeah, against the Steelers too. So that's gotta be great. I was playing for the Titans.
That is awesome.
In my second year, and
there's got to be like 1% of even less of people have scored a touchdown, right?
I guess it was my one and only, so I'll take it. But
how did it happen? You want to give us that story?
Yeah, it was in my second year, and I actually went in the game. I wasn't even. I was starting on special teams and like some short yardage packages, a third down package, but I wasn't like starting the game at linebacker. But the guy ahead of me went down. And boom, I got my shot, you know, and so I had to go in and play well, and it was kind of nerve-wracking at first, but I settled in and wound up playing good, and I wound up getting a safety that game too, an interception return for a touchdown. Probably about a dozen tackles. I got AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and so it was like it's something you couldn't really. When I woke up that morning, I didn't think that day was going to work out like that, but it did. It was a blessing.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
Wow, incredible. So you got the football and everything?
I do. Still at home. Yep. If there's a fire in my house, I might be grabbing that on my way out the door.
On the way out. I love that. So then after your NFL career, you decided, did you move back immediately to Cincy, or what brought you back?
I did. Yeah, I played 8 years in the NFL and moved back here, and there. You know, I lived some great places. I lived in Nashville. I lived there for about 4.5 years playing with the Titans. Lived in Indy, great town, but there really was no, decision of where I was going to come back here just because, my family's here. I love it here. I love the people in Cincinnati, and I like the familiarity of everything. So, it was an easy choice. Came back here and, met my wife, and now, marriage and 3 kids later, 3 boys. It's wonderful.
Little football players?
Little football players, yes, we do.
Teach them to tackle correctly and all that.
Teach them all. You got to teach the fundamentals early.
So, that's what I say. I'm like, it's really important because they got to learn early. But,
that's it. Yeah.
So let's transition a little bit to the business side. What connected you to Queen City Ford?
Well, I had the connection going back a long time when it was Woody Sander Ford, right? And my mom actually she worked at Northside Bank. and she had done business with Woody Sander for a long time. So I was in that building when I was this big, you know what I mean, kind of running around a little bit. Sometimes would go in there with her, and then I wound up being a rep for for Woody Sander back then, and now I'm just excited the fact that the Mark Williams Auto Group took over and have even brought it to the next level, and now to be back with a brand that, when people hear Queen City Ford, they hear Mark Williams Auto Group, they understand what they're getting, right? They're getting, this is a big time operation and people that do things right.
Yep.
So I was just tickled to death to now be back involved with you guys and try to, be a positive influence.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it, and we are a big operation, but still a family business.
Yep.
So is that something that attracted you to
Yeah,
us?
of course, because there's different places I rep, but you always like to be involved with businesses that have family ties, and because it means something more than just
100%.
You're showing up, you're hitting the time card, and you're leaving at the end of the day. When you're a family business, your family, your life, your kids, your wife, your husband, everybody is involved in it, right? So it means more when it's a family-oriented business. So that was certainly something that stuck out.
I love that. It definitely does. So then one last question. What piece of advice would you give to kids growing up on the West Side or just Cincinnati in general?
Yeah, I talk to a lot of kids groups and, young football players a lot. I would just say, early in life, find out what you're good at. Find out the things that, seem to come easy or come natural to you, and things that you're good at. And usually the things you're good at are things that you like.
Yes.
And then once you figure that out, then you go at it full force. And you could put every resource you have toward it, put all the mindset, and make sure you have good people behind you. They're going to help instill those beliefs and push you when you need to be pushed, right? Like we talked earlier.
100%.
So I just think it's something that I tell kids all the time, and I think it's good advice, and I think it's great.
I love that. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show, being a part of the Mark Williams Auto Group and Queen City Ford family. I look forward to our future endeavors, and thanks so much for watching, guys.